So I'm María Ferreras, Global Head of Partnerships for Netflix. And I'm married with 2 kids, and I live in the Bay Area. So 5 years ago, I was offered the position of Global Partnerships for Netflix. And the headquarters are very close by in Los Gatos. And I decided it was a good opportunity for me to follow up on my career, and spoke with my family, my husband, and they were all supported and up for the adventure. And here we came to the Bay Area. So it wasn't something that was planned, but it was something just happened to be, and it was a good way for us to do it, and we don't regret it. So I was born and raised in Madrid. I'm a telco engineer. But I have to say, I was probably a mediocre engineer. I was much more interested in the what for instead of the how to. And I spent most of my career always in technology, but in areas more like strategy, marketing, and then content and media afterwards. So just coming to where I am today at Netflix is just like a very good transformation and an evolution of my career and how the things were going. So you're asking about leadership style. I think it has to be your authentic leadership style. So I don't think you should be changing or adapting or evolving in the sense of like something that is not authentic to you or what you think you represent. And I always try to be very loyal to myself. So I wouldn't say I changed my leadership style. I've been definitely learning through the journey. And I would say when I started in telco, that was very traditional. It was very Spanish, a Spanish team. I was in Spain. It was much more hierarchical than probably the companies I worked for. But it was really a great foundation to understand how I felt as a leader and how I wanted to help the teams and provide a leadership position. As I went to YouTube was at the very beginning. So I joined YouTube in 2007. It was bought by Google only in September 2006. I was very lucky that I was at the very beginning of the journey of YouTube. And that really helped me to almost like shape the things in a very specific way and a very natural way to me. I was exposed to lots of international teams. My team was coming from all over places, culturally very different. And that really helped me to understand what is really a diverse team. We talk a lot about diversity, but diverse teams are very difficult to manage, are very difficult to come across because they're diverse. What makes us unique is this ability to bring this diversity in a common ground, in a place where we all can bring something together. And doing that requires like a very specific way of leading through culture and common objectives, but ensuring that everyone brings their own selves and they can actually do their things. And I would say Netflix came across as a good mixer of all those things. And I've been also like following the same idea of a leadership style. So I like to tell my team that we're like bridge builders. We basically try to build a bridge between Netflix and the rest of the world through these strategic partnerships. And basically we have deals across telco operators, devices, manufacturers, platforms to ensure that Netflix gets accessible by everyone and the experience gets consistent across all the different perspectives, and also we can help with the acquisition. So we are across many different industries, and we work everywhere apart from China and Russia. I think we're already in the midst of it because it's obvious AI is kind of like the question, but I'll say AI mixed with virtual reality and mixed with how technology as well can help us to enhance the human perception. I think it's going to really bring lots of changes on the entertainment world. From a creation perspective, we're trying to provide tools to creators so they can create things that they imagine and they couldn't visualize or make real before. They can make things in a different way, and I think within that's very interesting. But also from a consumer perspective, how you can get access to more customized experiences, interactive experiences. I think there's lots of very, very fascinating things that are coming. I definitely think you need to be inspirational and reliable to ensure like the teams, especially diverse teams, follow you, because I use them every single day almost with my teams. I'll say when I came to the global role, I like these big talents that are the vision of what the partnership team should be doing. There was a good talent density. The team was good, but I didn't think they were actually at the place that would make us more successful. So I had to go through a full set of changes, and change management is very complicated, especially when you need to keep going at a very high speed. And I had to ensure that the team understood the vision, understood where we were heading to, because this is normally a process. It takes years to get where we're doing. Our deals are long term, and we had to change many things. So setting the vision and ensuring that everyone understands where we're heading to, and then ensuring that you celebrate the milestones, and every time you get there, really make something happen. And I would say now, 5 years later, I think we're in a place that is very much where what I envision the team to be, and I really appreciative of what the team has done. But I think it's coming because of the vision that was set and how they felt motivated for it. The concept of reliability, I think, is really important as well, because when you're going through changes, you need to rely on the process, on the person that is helping you. So you can be inspired and you can be excited and motivated about something, but if you don't rely on the process and you don't feel like you can actually do it, you can lose confidence. And I think it's very important that high performing teams need to be reliable and high performing teams need to be able to be confident and rely on someone that is leading them. Number one, curiosity. Being curious about things, I think, is vital to do the best thing that you can. The moment you lose curiosity is the moment that you think you should be looking for something else. The second big piece is focus. I think it's really important to understand where you're heading to, and try to avoid running away from things that you don't like. It sounds easier, but it definitely does much better for you going towards things that you value. And the third piece is goodwill, trying to always do good and trying your best to be a good person. Sometimes we forget that in business, but I do think it does go a long way. So first of all, I think it's really important to lead with your strengths, like thinking about the things that you're good at, because work is not only about going to do something every day, but also what you can achieve and the impact that you can have. The best advice I got in my career was a mentor I had many years ago that said to me, always go towards the place where you want to be. Never run away from things that you don't like. And that's very difficult. It's easier to say than to do, because when you're in a moment that you don't like, when you're in a situation that is annoying, that is really making you feel sad, the first instinct is, I want to run away. I want to go somewhere else. And I see many people that ended up in the wrong side of their careers because they took a decision based on I don't want to be here, instead of taking a decision I want to be there. And sometimes you cannot get to a place in one step. You might need 3 steps or 4 steps or more. And I think it's really important to know what really makes you happy, what gives you joy, that really is making a value for your strengths, and go towards that, whatever that means. When I was studying, YouTube didn't exist, Google didn't exist, Netflix didn't exist. It makes me feel very old, but what I'm trying to say is that you don't know what is coming. So I don't advise people to say, I want to go and do this, because we don't know. But you can definitely have a perspective of what makes you happy, what are your strengths, and go towards that, even if sometimes it's not the easiest of the paths. So I think both on the technology side and the content side, I think there's lots of areas where we work. I mean, Netflix has one of the biggest hubs of content in Madrid. And also in terms of technology, I would say the level of engineers and the level of talent that is in Spain is really high. And I think there's so many opportunities to really mix the innovation that happens in California with the talent that exists in Spain. And the same with the stories that come from Spain that could be coming and being produced in California. So I do say like technology and entertainment are like two areas that are definitely have like lots of things in common. And I think we prove that at Netflix every day. So I think the Chamber of Commerce has an incredible opportunity to ensure that there are more joining points between Spain and California. It's undoubtful that there's lots of talent and ideas in Spain. We're like very powerful in energy, in entertainment, in tourism. And California has, I would say, the best investors and investment companies. And I think the mix of investment and talent is a great thing. If the Chamber of Commerce can help to bring those two things together, I think that would be a very powerful story. And living here in California, I can say that Spanish and English is ingrained in California. So I think that's an advantage that we should be definitely taking. And all the Spanish people that are here, we definitely, I'm sure I'm speaking for myself, we're here to help and try to provide those bridges that we can make the two communities pair together.